Hello and welcome to Lake Orion High School Gymnasium for tonight's basketball game of the Lake Orion Dragons versus the Davison Cardinals. I'm Kevin McCormick along with my broadcast partner Kevin McCormick Jr. We're going to have a great game tonight against two great teams. Lake Orion has only had one loss so far this year, showing a lot of promise as a team with some senior leadership and some up-and-coming underclassmen. The team from Davison looks to be a very strong team, and they also have a significant amount of senior leadership on their team, as well as some up-and-coming players as well. So we're expecting a good game between two big physical teams tonight, and we hope that by doing so, the Dragons will come out on top. Kevin, what do you see between these two teams tonight?
Yeah, the Dragons, they definitely look a lot better than last year. They look a lot faster, and they really look more molded as a team. Yes, they do have one loss, but that one loss was to the defending champs, Clarkson. So, but they did play pretty well in that game. So, it definitely should be a good one to see how they bounce back from a loss.
Yeah, the Lake Orion Dragons have been a very competitive team so far this season, and they've done that through a measure of grit and a lot of hustle on the floor, really going after those second effort rebounds, second effort shot opportunities, and trying to take advantage of those. And they've had some really good free throw opportunity as well in some of the games, and that's allowed them to either build a lead or stretch a lead. So, but they have been susceptible to giving up large leads to certain teams when the teams change their defensive alignment and how they play the Dragons. So it'll be interesting to see how the team has adjusted to those different defensive sets, and if they can respond appropriately tonight, build a lead, maintain that lead, and carry the game all the way from start to finish. We've had the starting lineups and the national anthem, and now we've just had the tip-off. Jack Cummins gets the tip-off from Nate Talbot. He crosses the half-court line. He's guarded by number 1, Tyrese Watson. Watson immediately steals the ball from Cummins, puts the ball but misses the layup.
Wow.
And Casey Staranek with the rebound, so Cummins starts the process all over again, bringing the ball up court. Watson's guarding him close. We'll see that. So we'll look at that matchup and see how that goes. Nate Talbot gets the ball, passes it to Schrader.
They're called out of bounds to Davison.
Staranek. And Tyrese Watson grabbed the ball at the same time, and did they call a foul? They just
no, they said it's out of bounds.
So the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Dragon ball. Cummins inbounds to Staranek. Staranek gives it over to Jamie Lewis Jr. Jamie with his first shot of the night off the rim. That shot's no good, goes out of bounds, and it'll be Davison ball. So Jamie Lewis so far tonight is 0 for 1, but he gets hot quick, and when he gets hot, he gets really hot. So we'll be looking at him to see how his scoring opportunities line up tonight. Davison bringing the ball down the court. Garrett Goyette had the ball. Goyette being a senior playing in the middle for the Cardinals. That ball gets thrown out of bounds, so that's a turnover by Davison. It'll be Dragon ball, and Staranek will inbound it for the Dragons. This time, Jamie Lewis Jr. bringing the ball up the court, going up against Tyrese Watson. Staranek with the ball, gives it to Hunter Seitz, who's out on the wing. Gives it to Jack Cummins. Cummins thinks about a shot, instead passes it out to Staranek. Staranek's shot is off the front of the rim. That's no good. Rebound by Goyette for Davison. And number 21, Cade Coleman, bringing the ball down the court for the Cardinals. Watson guarded by Jack Cummins. Gives the ball up to Austin Rowland. Rowland outside, then goes inside to Goyette.
That's probably the best thing Staranek could possibly do right there, because you had Jamie Lewis up against number 5, Garrett Goyette for Davison. So that's definitely not a good matchup. So good job by Casey to bring the help defense and get over and force that foul.
Casey Staranek with his first foul. Goyette at the line, shoots his first foul shot. It's no good. Bounces off the back of the rim. Don't know how many high school players I see that have a full-grown beard.
Yeah.
But Goyette is probably the first one that I've seen. His second shot's no good. Rebound by Staranek. Staranek and Seitz both fighting for the rebound, and they give up the ball to Jamie Lewis. Lewis driving down the court. Looks like Davison is playing somewhat of a 2-3 zone with the combination of man. Ball gets kicked out of bounds. It'll still be Dragon ball. Hunter Seitz will inbound it for Lake Orion. Seitz gives it up to Staranek. Staranek right along the baseline, manages to keep his toes inbounds. Gets the ball over to Jamie Lewis. Lewis guarded by Austin Rowland. Pulls back a little bit. Sights running on the cut and go. Decides instead to pass it to Cummins. Cummins to Staranek to Nate Talbot. Talbot goes up, and he's fouled by Goyette. So Talbot's going to go to the line early in the game.
Good job by Talbot to go up strong right there and force that foul.
Last game we did, Talbot struggled a little bit at the foul line. Let's see if he's able to get off on a good start and start making foul shots early and maybe get himself into a rhythm.
Yeah, he's definitely up and down with his free throws.
Oh, first shot is nothing but net. Nice shooting motion there by Talbot, putting points on the board for the Dragons.
First points of the game at all. Almost 2 minutes in.
Second shot by Talbot is good. So the Dragons are up 2-0, 2 minutes down, 6:05, 6:03 to go now. Talbot looks like he's been practicing his foul shots. Davison brings the ball down the court. Watson had the ball, it goes out of bounds off of Talbot, I think, so it'll still be Davison ball.
Well, he lost a handle hit off the abdomen of Talbot right there.
Coleman inbounds it for Davison. Rolling at the top of the key, passes it off to Coleman. Coleman's shot's no good. Rebound by Cummins. Cummins driving down the court. Whoa, goes by Watson, puts up the floater. It's no good. Watson with the rebound, almost loses it, manages to get his own rebound back. Goyette's way down court by himself.
Good defense, Sights.
Tipped the ball, and Hunter Sights ends up with it. Sights passes it back up to Casey Staranek. Staranek moving off to the left, giving it to Talbot. Talbot going up against Goyette. Spin move by Talbot off the backboard, no good. Gets his own rebound. Tries to go up strong and gets it in. Nate Talbot going up strong early in the game, putting up the only points that Lake Orion has, 4-0 Dragons. Goyette breaking it down for Davison. Gives it over to Drew Fleming. Fleming gives it to Watson. Watson drives, thinks about it, moves towards the middle, puts up a shot, gets fouled in the process.
I was on Staranek again. That'll be his second. So Drew Van Heg checking in now.
Foul indeed is on Casey Staranek. And so Watson's going to go to the line. He will shoot 2. First shot by Watson. Bounces off the rim. That's no good. Substitution. Drew Van Heg coming in the game. He's going to give Casey Staranek a little rest.
So far, Davison's 0 for 3 on free throws.
That 0 for 3 could come back and make a difference later in the game. Second shot by Watson is up, bounces off the rim, no good. Same team, fellas. Nate Talbot and Drew Van Heg both fighting for the same rebound. Dragons bring the ball down court. Jack Cummins has it, rolling to his left, fakes a shot.
Ooh,
gives
that
it
could
to
be a foul
Jamie
right
Lewis.
there.
Almost a steal there by Jamie Lewis. A shot off the backboard.
On the floor,
no
no call.
Davison with the rebound. And Rowland will bring it down for the Cardinals. Driving to his left, he gets trapped between Jamie Lewis and Jack Cummins. And they're going to call a foul on Jamie Lewis. That'll be his first.
I don't know how that's foul, but then when using the floor on the other side of the court, they didn't call anything.
Number 15, Brendan Sullivan, and number 2, Kellis Watson, are in the game for Davison. So we have 2 Watsons on the court, Tyrese and Kellis. One's a senior, the other is a junior. Rolling to his right, trying to drive down the lane, passes it out to Kellis Watson. His shot bounces off the rim, no good. Almost a steal by Rowland coming from behind, but Dragons maintain possession. Jack Cummins coming down, going up against Kellis Watson. Pass it off to Drew Van Heg. Van Heg moves to his left. He is a left-hander, so that's a natural side for him. And they call a travel on Jack Cummins.
Or travel.
So that's a turnover by the Dragons, and look like they're getting ready to make a substitute with Drew Crane coming in now.
He's coming in for Jack Cummins.
So Cummins will take a break, and Drew Crane takes on the duties, and now he's guarding against Rowland as he brings the ball down the court for Davison. With the crossover move, gets past Crane, almost runs into a screen by Fleming. Rowland comes and he travels as he goes, tries to go baseline towards the basket.
Lost his footing a little bit, forced to travel.
Lost his balance, ended up taking too many steps, so that's a turnover in favor of the Dragons.
That's the exact reason why Drew Crane is in there, is because he can force those turnovers. He's definitely more of a defensive force for the Dragons.
So Jamie Lewis will slow walk it up the court. No pressure by Davison. Gives the ball to Drew Van Heck, almost stolen by Fleming. Nate Talbot goes up and he's fouled. Nate Talbot gets the shot and the one extra shot. So he'll go to the line. Looked like he was fouled by number 2, Kellis Watson. Number 3, Antoine Hoosier is in the game now for Davison. Nate Talbot's foul shot is nothing but net. Pierce Burke is in now for the Dragons. Hunter Seitz will get a break.
Definitely do not think that we'd be saying that Nate Talbot would have all the points for the Dragons so far.
He sure does. Dragons have worked it inside. Jamie Lewis almost steals the inbounds pass.
Oh, bad pass.
But a bad pass by Davison gets to Drew Van Heck. Jamie Lewis goes up, and he gets it. Looked like he was fouled in the process, but he managed to get the shot in. No foul was called, and a timeout is called by Davison. It's going to be a full timeout. So with 3:31 to go, the Dragons are up 9-0. Davison has yet to score a point. And we're about 5 minutes, almost 5 minutes into this game. So a great defensive effort by the Dragons, but more importantly, great offensive effort by the Dragons.
Yeah, this has definitely been a very good game all around so far. You know, it is only still the first quarter, but the Dragons do look fast and they do look very hot right now. So hopefully they can keep this up. The main thing that they have to worry about is if Davison starts to go full court press, because we saw against Avondale, that's where the problem is, that they really had trouble on the inbound trying to get that ball in. So if Davison is watching their film, then they may see that, and then they may adjust accordingly.
Well, as the lead grows, we're at 9-0 now. If that lead continues to grow and Davison's not able to put the ball in the basket, we'll see if they switch
to a full court press
in order to be able to create some opportunities for themselves. So that'll be an interesting thing to watch as we go forward.
I'm sure Coach Manziel addressed that in practice of trying to get past a full court press, but, you know, practice is always different than the game. So
as we come out of the timeout, Fleming inbounds the ball to Brendan Sullivan.
They got
Sullivan
numbers. They
gets
got
it
numbers.
Down to Watson. One Watson to the other Watson, and the shot is good. So now Davison gets their first points on the board, 9-2 Dragons. They just threw right over the press that Lake Orion had on the inbounds pass and got an easy basket. Pierce Burke now with the ball. He's guarded by Fleming at the top. Passes it off to Jake Rehnquist, who's in the game now for the Dragons. Jamie Lewis's shot is up and blocked, I think, by number 3, Antoine Hoosier.
Yeah.
But he knocked it out of bounds, so it'll still be Dragon ball. And Drew Crane will inbound it for Lake Orion. Looking, gets it in.
To Rehnquist.
Rehnquist in the corner. Tries to get it over to Pierce Burke in the corner and ends up throwing it out of bounds. So that's a turnover by the Dragons, and Fleming will inbound it for Davison. He gets it to Tyrese Watson. He's guarded by Drew Van Heck, blows right by him.
A charge. Good job by Drew Crane.
Steps in the lane, takes the charge, turnover in favor of the Dragons. So that's Watson's first foul.
Good job by Drew Crane doing the dirty work and taking the hit on that one. A hard one as he fell to the floor, but it ends up being Dragon ball. So good job by Drew Crane.
Good physical play by the Dragon defense to create that turnover. Rehnquist brings the ball down the court. Rolls his right, looks to get it to Jamie Lewis. Tipped by Watson. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be Dragon ball. Rehnquist tried to.
It was a good effort by Jake Rehnquist, but he just made a bad pass and he almost got it back, but he ended up falling out of bounds.
Yep, slid out of bounds just enough to create the turnover, so Fleming will inbound it for Davison. And he gets it to Sullivan. Sullivan guarded by Drew Crane, behind the back dribble, gets across the half-court line. Crane trying to guard him tight. Gets it to Kellis Watson. Now Antoine Hoosier has the ball. Pass it out to Fleming.
Ooh, the freshman.
Fleming with the three-point shot, and that's good. So now the score is 9-5, 2:12 to go in the first quarter. Dragons are up 9-5. Jamie Lewis comes down. Hoosier guarding him close. Drew Van Heck with the give and go to Rehnquist. And that ball goes out of bounds, so it'll be a turnover in favor of Davison.
Here comes Kyle Loken in.
Number 15, Kyle Loken enters the game along with Nate Talbot is back in.
He's in for Pierce Burke.
Pierce Burke is out of the game. Cade Coleman inbounds it to Hoosier. Hoosier guarded by Jamie Lewis. Pass it all the way across the court to Fleming. Fleming's three-point shot is no good. Rebound, Nate Talbot.
That's actually Brendan Sullivan, the freshman for Davison, number 15. It's his first appearance of the game. He's already hit 1 3 so far.
Jamie Lewis Jr. with the shot, no good, off the rim. Almost rebounded by Talbot, but instead Loken gets a rebound, gives it back to Talbot. Talbot trying to
Good
go
pass
in.
Out.
Pass it out to Jamie Lewis. His shot's off the rim, no good. Rebound by Hoosier. Hoosier trying to push it up the court. Got Dragons all around him. Tries to pass it around.
Yeah,
ball goes out of bounds. And it'll still be Davison ball after the tip by Lake Orion. So it looks like that Davison is trying to push the speed a little bit in this game and move the ball a little faster up and down the court, and that seems to be working to a certain degree. Coleman will inbound it for Davison, 9-5 still, 1:22 to go in the first quarter. Ball is inbound to Fleming. Fleming's long-range shot is no good. Almost rebound by Jamie Lewis, but instead Davison gets the rebound. Second shot, no good. Third shot finally goes in. Khalees Watson gets credit for that. There were a couple guys from Davison underneath the basket. Khalees Watson gets credit for the tip.
Ryquist in the corner.
Long-range shot off the rim, no good. Rebound, Davison. Fleming with the rebound. Talbot trying to disrupt him and no go. So they fall. Lake Orion falls back into their normal defensive set. Drew Crane guarding point guard closely. Cade Coleman looking for some help. He gets the ball back after a tip. Gets it underneath to Fleming. Fleming goes up and he's fouled.
Good effort by Nate Talbot. I think that was clean right there. I think that was just a bad call. Good job.
25, Nate Talbot with the foul. That's his first foul so far.
Good awareness by Talbot to rotate over and try to help. Fortunately got called for the foul right there.
So Drew Fleming for Davison will get 2 shots. His first shot's off the rim. That's no good. Substitutions.
0 for 5 on free throws now is Davison. This was the story of the game against Avondale. So if this keeps up, maybe the Dragons can capitalize on these missed free throws.
Jack Cummins and Hunter Seitz are now in the game for the Dragons. Second shot is
There's
good.
the first one.
First foul shot made by Davison. It's 9-8. 38.2 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cummins pushing the ball up the court. Gets it over to Loken. Loken gets it into Talbot. Talbot with the hook shot off the backboard, too hard, no good. Here comes Davison. Number 15, Sullivan, bringing the ball down. Instead, passes it out to Coleman. Coleman underneath to Fleming. Easy layup by Fleming.
Nate Talbot got sucked in by the fake 3, and then ended up leaving the big guy inside. And now Davison leads 10-9.
8 seconds. Cummins loses the handle on the ball, gets it back, takes a long-range 3. It's fouled while he takes the shot. So Cummins will go to the line for 3 shots. With 1.6 seconds to go and the Dragons down by 1 point, Jack Cummins goes to the line because he was fouled on a 3-point shot. First shot by Jack Cummins is good. That ties the game at 10.
Gutsy call by the referee. They usually don't see that type of foul at the end of the quarter like that.
If it was a foul, I guess he felt it was a foul. Second shot by Cummins is good. So now that puts the Dragons back on top, 11-10, right at the end of the first quarter here. And Cummins gets ready to attempt his third shot. Gets the bounce, but doesn't get the shot. And that will end the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, the Dragons come back in dramatic fashion after leading 9-0 at one point. They come back to take the lead 11-10 at the end of 1. We'll be back for the start of the second quarter right after this.
Boom! Hey, where you going? You can't get by me. I'm number 1 in this class. I rule this lab. I'm number 1. Hey, I don't think so. Yes! Winner! I am the king! Woo!
You wouldn't do it there. So, don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What?
Jerk.
And we are back here at Lake Orion High School Gymnasium for the start of the second quarter of tonight's game of the Lake Orion Dragons versus the Davison Cardinals. Dragons had built up a sizable 9-0 lead early in the first quarter. Davison has been a little bit more aggressive on offense and defense, created some turnovers and opportunities, took the lead briefly at 10-9, but the Dragons on a three-point shot foul of Jack Cummins managed to make 2 of the 3 free throws and retake the lead to 11-10. So as we get started in the second quarter, the Dragons are going to see if they can make some adjustments and build on the lead that they had earlier as Davison inbounds the ball and Sullivan takes possession of it. He brings the ball across the half-court line, and Watson is fouled by Jack Cummins just like that to start the second quarter.
Ticky-tack foul right there.
Did seem to be a quick whistle on that defense by Jack Cummins. But Sullivan gets the ball once again, inbounds, pass it over to Watson. Watson guarded by Jamie Lewis, and they call a blocking foul on Jamie Lewis. So 2 quick fouls by the Dragons at the start of the second quarter. And Coach Banzo looks like he's about ready to make another substitution. Shane Barkley.
Shane Barkley, this is his second appearance of the season. He did play against Clarkson, which no one thought he would play against Clarkson, but he ended up playing against Clarkson. So interesting to see him in the game right now.
Let's see how he handles this situation being in the game early here. Rebound by Coleman. Coleman puts up a shot that's nothing but air, and that ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Davison, so the Dragons will get the inbounds. Drew Van Heck gets it over to Shane Barkley. So Barkley brings the ball up the court for the Dragons. He's guarded by Bryce Lott, number 11, who's now in the game for the Cardinals. Barkley goes baseline, decides against Hunter Seitz with the long-range 3. Air ball, no good. Rebound by Watson. Watson trying to throw it down the court. No shot.
Another foul
on Jack Cummins. Say he pushed off on Fleming, who was either going to take the shot or tried to pass it at the last second across the court. Either way, Jack Cummins fouled, and Fleming's going to go to the line for 2 shots, 1 and 1. Still sitting at 11-10, 7:12 to go in the first half. Fleming's first shot's off the rim, no good. Rebound ultimately by Jack Cummins. Cummins gets the ball to Barkley. Barkley pulling, quickly moving up court, gets it to Drew Van Heck. Cummins out on the wing, guarded by Watson. Tries to pass it to, looked like Hunter Seitz, but Talbot ended
Barkley for 3.
Barkley with the 3-point shot, so Barkley's in for Jamie Lewis Jr. Quickly makes a name for himself by putting up a 3. The Dragons are now up by 4, 14-10. Watson with Davison has the pass, looking to get some help from the other Watson. Drives instead towards the baseline, puts up a shot that's air. Rebound by Drew Van Heck. Boxing out by Nate Talbot, allowed Drew Van Heck to get a clean rebound. Barkley, he's guarded by Bryce Lott. Rolls to his right, gets it to Hunter Seitz. Hunter thinking about what he wants to do, gets it to Talbot at the top of the key. I know Talbot was not thinking about trying to drive the lane. He passes it to Seitz.
He's blocked.
Ball goes out of bounds, knocked out of bounds by Davison, and so Dragons will retain the ball. Davison makes mass substitutions, like literally 5 players are in at the same time. We'll give you the names and numbers as we go along here. One of them, number 34, Cam Baker, he's a freshman. He's in the game, so he's getting some quality playing time here. That's going to be a travel on Hunter Seitz. He had the ball, couldn't decide what he wanted to do.
Yeah, bobbed a little bit and just kind of got caught. Kind of got caught in a little pickle right there.
Took 2 steps before he decided that he wanted to dribble, and that'll be a travel. So that's a turnover. Davison gets the ball. And Austin Rowland will bring it up the court for the Cardinals. He's up against Drew Crane, drives towards the lane, passes out to Goyette. Goyette shots off the rim, no good. Rebound, ultimately the rebound's by Fleming. He gets his own rebound, puts up a shot, gets an easy layup. Nobody big enough underneath to challenge him. Talbot was out of position. 14-12 Dragons. Hoosier almost had a steal, but it goes out of bounds, so it'll still be Lake Orion ball. So Barkley takes the inbounds pass. He's guarded by Baker, the freshman. Gets the ball over to Drew Crane. Crane rolling to the top. Instead, cuts back to his left, gets it to Talbot in the middle. Talbot's on fire tonight. Hard shot off the rim, but it goes in. He gets
9
the
points tonight.
16-12. Dragons are up. Nate Talbot has about half of those points tonight. The freshman Baker looking to do something with the ball. He's guarded by Hunter Seitz. Tries to get it to Hoosier. Hoosier underneath to Goyette. Goyette loses the handle. Fleming puts up a shot. That was no good.
Foul on Talbot.
And then there's a foul on Nate Talbot.
Oh, no, Hunter Seitz.
Number 0, Hunter Seitz. So Goyette will get a 1-and-1 shot. Goyette's in the game. Fleming's in the game. Hoosier's in the game. Austin Rowland's in the game, and Cam Baker is in the game for Davison.
It's like Caden Loken coming in now for Hunter Seitz.
Hunter Seitz will be substituted out by number 15, Kyle Loken. Cade is his younger brother. Fleming with the rebound, looking to go up with it, puts up a shot and makes it.
Yeah, there's nothing you really do right there. You had Kyle Loken on Fleming. That's a definitely height mismatch right there.
5 minutes to go. Dragons are up by 2, 16-14. Crane looking for some help, gets it to Talbot. Talbot is triple teamed as he gets the ball.
Pass.
Barkley.
They say Barkley traveled.
They say Barkley shuffled his feet and traveled, so that's a turnover by the Dragons. 16-14. Didn't see the feet move by Barkley, but the ref said he must have shuffled him. So
ref had a better view than we did.
He did have a better view of it than we did.
He was right there.
Down there on the court. So can't argue too much with the decision. Davison trying to get an inbounds pass. First one was knocked out of bounds by the Dragons. Now they get it in. And Fleming will hand the ball to Baker to bring the ball up. So the freshman will bring the ball up. He's guarded by Loken. Almost gets past it.
Right there.
And his pass goes out of bounds. They say it was tipped by the Dragons, even though it looked like Fleming was the last one going after it. But either way, it'll still be Davison ball. Davison inbounds it to Baker. Baker's guarded by Loken. Loken guarding him tight. Fleming gets the ball, turns to his left, and he's fouled. Blocking foul by Drew Van Heck.
Wow.
Refs are calling the game tight tonight.
They're not letting these boys play at all.
2-4, Drew Van Heck. I think that's Drew's first foul tonight.
Yeah, they're definitely
foul, so they're in the bonus. So Fleming will take a 1-and-1 shot. First shot by Fleming is good. That puts Davison within 1 point, 16-15.
That makes them 3 for 9 on the night for free throws.
Puts them at 30%. That's not a good shooting percentage, 33%. Second shot by Fleming is no good. Rebound by Loken. Good job. Drew Van Heck gets the pass from Loken. Loken now brings the ball up court. Loken was going one direction and passing it, and Barkley was going the opposite direction, and they missed each other, so the ball goes out of bounds. That's a turnover. It'll be Davison ball. Rolling with the ball. He's guarded by Crane. Crane's guarding him tight. Putting a lot of pressure on him. Rolling, making his way, gets across the half-court line.
Good defense by Drew. Stay with him.
Looking for an opening. Pass it way out to Fleming at the top of the key. Fleming over to Hoosier. Hoosier guarded by Barkley. Spin move on Barkley. And
don't tell me they called that on Barkley. They called that on Barkley.
Foul is on Shane Barkley. That's his first foul. Double bonus the rest of the way. Dragons are still up by 1, 16-15. First shot by Hoosier is off the rim, no good.
3 for 11 on the night.
Dragons are in the double bonus now.
Tyrese Watson is in for Davison along with the Dragons. 13, Jacob
Reichwitz in for Barkley now.
So Cam Baker for Davison is out, and Tyrese Watson is in. Hoosier will shoot his second shot. And that shot is good, and that ties the game. We're tied at 16 with exactly 4 minutes to go in the half. And Reichwitz will bring the ball up the court for the Dragons. He's guarded by Hoosier. Gets the ball over to Crane. Crane's guarded tightly by Rowland. Looking to find an opening. Loken gets it back to Crane. Tries to get it into Talbot. Talbot,
Wow.
that was 2 shot attempts by Talbot were no good. It looked like
It
Talbot
could have been
walked,
travel, yeah.
but they didn't call it, so a break for the Dragons, I guess. Ball goes out of bounds. Crane going.
Drew Crane went under the legs.
Hustle play for the ball by Drew Crane.
He went under the legs with Goyer right there. But yeah, Nate Talbot definitely got away with a walk right there. Davis defense definitely weren't too happy about that, but he missed both of the shots, so I guess it didn't really matter in the end. But
Fleming inbounds the ball for Davison. He gets the ball to Tyrese Watson. Watson guided by Reitquist. Gets the ball to Rowland. Rowland puts up a floater, no good. Rebound by Loken.
Oh, wow.
Rowland trying to make sure that Loken doesn't have it easy.
Oh, wow, that was one in the net.
Almost went in, that crazy tip. The ball ultimately gets tipped out of bounds. So Dragons turn the ball over, 3:03 to go in the half. Davison will inbound the ball. And Fleming passing it to Rowland. He makes it across the half-court line. Rowland ends up with it at the top of the key. He's guarded by Crane. Gets it out to Tyrese Watson. Watson cuts and goes into the lane. He's fouled as he goes up. Might be on Talbot.
Yeah.
The Dragons number 11, Pierce Burke, is called for.
Pierce
Burke is called for the foul. In some ways, that's good. I'd hate to see Talbot get into foul trouble.
Yeah. They definitely don't want to lose him.
He's the inside presence that we need. First shot by Tyrese Watson is good. So now Davison takes the lead, 17-16. Second lead of the night for the Cardinals. Last time they had the lead, it was brief, and the Dragons got it right back when Jack Cummins shot 3 foul shots. Second shot by Watson is good. So now the Cardinals are up 18-16 with more substitutions coming in for the Dragons. Jamie Lewis and Casey Staranek are in for Kyle Loken and Drew Crane. Staranek brings a much-needed physical inside presence for the Dragons, so he'll help out on rebounding as well as getting some second-chance opportunities. He gets the ball over to Burke. Burke gets it out to Lewis. Lewis comes up to the foul line and mispasses it to Talbot. And here comes Tyrese Watson with the layup, and it's good. So now Davison's extended their lead from 1 point to 2 points. Now it's 4 points, 20-16. 2:19 to go in the half. Staranek with the ball. Stolen
sloppy
again
play,
by
sloppy
Watson.
play.
Staranek was trying to get it to Talbot, and Watson stepped in, tipped the ball, and then went after it. Ultimately, he stepped out of bounds, so it'll be Dragon ball, but that was a good hustle play by Watson on a lackadaisical pass from Staranek to Talbot. Luckily, the Dragons keep possession of the ball. Jamie Lewis takes the inbounds pass. Staranek at the top of the key, rolling to his left, gets it out to Pierce Burke. Burke looking to see what he can do, trying to get it to Talbot. Talbot
bad pass from Burke right there.
Mishandles
Put Talbot
the
in a tough
pass.
spot.
Talbot mishandles the pass. Davison with the interception. Coleman with the shot, no good. Rebound by Sullivan with the second shot, no good. Ultimately, the Dragons get out of that unscathed because no points were scored. Jamie Lewis
Reitquist in the corner.
passes the ball out to Reitquist. His shot, three-point shot by Reitquist is no good. Rebound by Fleming from Davison, and he brings the ball up the court. Dragons fall back into their defense. 2-3 zone. Long-range shot by Tyrese Watson. That's no good.
They call that over the back foul on Sullivan right there.
Whistles on Davison's number 15, Brendan Sullivan.
Sullivan called for the foul. That's his first foul.
Young freshman mistake right there from Sullivan. Trying to go over the back right there.
Hunter Seitz is in the game for Pierce Burke.
It's like Jack Cummins is in now. Don't know who he checked in for. Oh, yeah, I think it was Jamie Lewis.
Well, Staronek's out of the game.
Yeah, Staronek's in the game too, so it looks like I think Drew Crane came back game.
Drew Crane's back in the game.
Yeah, he's back in the game. Guy across half court.
There we go. Talbot's got the ball now, looking to get some help. Gets it to Hunter Seitz. Seitz gets it over to Reitquist.
We had Crane.
Talbot with the ball. Three-second violation by Nate Talbot, so that's a turnover. Just about a minute, just less than a minute to go. 59.2 seconds to go. Dragons are still down by 4, 20-16.
That won't go down as a foul on Talbot, but it will go down as a turnover in the stat book right there.
Long-range pass to Sullivan. He gets the ball to Watson. Watson shot rolls along the rim and goes in. So Davison just passed over top of the press by the Dragons, and they ended up with an easy layup. So it's 22-16 with 44 seconds to go in the half. Dragons were up by 9 at one time. Hunter Seitz tries to go up, and he's fouled as he goes up for the shot. Dragons were up by 9 at one time, and now they're down by 6.
Yeah, Jamie Lewis, I think a big part of that is because Jamie Lewis has been quiet. He's only has 2 points. He's 1 for 3 on the night, and they haven't really been capitalized on the missed free throws by Davison as they did do against Avondale. I think it's really the big factor right now.
First foul shot by Hunter Seitz. It's good. Number 11, Bryce Lott, is in the game for the Cardinals.
It's definitely been a quiet night offensively for both teams.
It's been more of a steady pace with the offense tonight, as opposed to the explosion. Second shot by Hunter Seitz is nothing but net.
His first points of the night.
So that lowers the gap to 4 points, 37 seconds to go. Coleman bringing it up for Davison. He's met at the baseline by Hunter Seitz, passes it out to Bryce Lott, and they call a jump ball.
Possession Dragons.
Dragon possession.
Good hustle play by Reichquist.
Good fortune by the Dragons that the possession arrow favored Lake Orion. So in that jump ball call, we'll get the ball back. Jamie Lewis is in for Drew Crane. And the Dragons will inbound the ball. Jamie Lewis takes the inbounds pass. He's guarded by Roland. Roland now backs off. Lewis crosses the half-court line. Rolls to his right. Pass it to Seitz. Seitz rolls to his left. Nothing there. Gives it to Talbot. Talbot with the long-range shot from the top of the foul line. Foul circle, no good. Rebound by Davison. Gets the ball to Fleming.
Wow.
Whoa! The give and go. Alley-oop. Fleming.
Gotta go.
Hunter Seitz, last shot. Off the front of the rim. No good. So at the end of the first half, the Dragons go from a 9-point lead to a 6-point deficit. It's 18-24. Davison Cardinals are in the lead. That's the end of the first half. We'll be back for the start of the second half after halftime. Thanks for watching Lake Orion High School basketball on ONTV.
ONTV's sports coverage is underwritten by Malash's Palace Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Malash's Palace has been serving Lake Orion's automotive needs since the 1960s. Give them a call at 248-393-2222 for more information. Jet's Pizza, with 2 convenient locations in the Orion area. Jet's Pizza has been a proud supporter of ONTV since 2009. Classic Lanes, your home for family fun and entertainment in Rochester Hills. Their 32-lane facility offers state-of-the-art bowling equipment for both league and recreational bowlers. Check them out at myclassiclanes.com. And by Lakes Community Credit Union. The not-for-profit institution has been providing financial services to the Oakland County area since 1937. Give them a call at 248-814-4003 for more information.
Welcome back to Lake Orion High School Gymnasium for tonight's ONTV presentation of Lake Orion High School Varsity Boys basketball between your Lake Orion Dragons and the Davison Cardinals. Right now we're about to start the second half. The Dragons are down by 6, 18-24, after having had a 9-point lead in the first quarter of the game. Just through solid offensive play and aggressive defense, Davison has managed to close the gap and actually take the lead. And Goyette with the first shot attempt, passing it to Fleming, is no good. Jamie Lewis Jr. loses his footing as he's coming up court, but manages to maintain control of the ball. He takes a shot from inside,
there we go,
about 12
there
feet out, and nothing but net for Jamie Lewis. So that's first field shot for him
of the half.
Of the half, yeah. And that shot by Coleman is up and off the top of the rim, and that's no good. Jack Cummins comes down, gives it to Casey Staranik. Staranik is tripped as he tries to move inside. I think they're going to call that on number 15, Brendan Sullivan.
Whistle on Davison is number 15.
So the Dragons will inbound the ball. So after being down by 6, the Dragons are now only down by 4. And they mishandle that inbounds pass, and here comes Watson. Oh, Watson tries to go for the shot. He's fouled by Hunter Seitz. Both players hit the floor, and Watson will go to the line and shoot 2.
Whistle on the Dragons, Hunter Seitz. That's his second, team's first for the half.
So hopefully that 12-foot jumper by Jamie Lewis is a foreshadowing of him having a better half scoring-wise, because right now Nate Talbot has about half the points for the team.
Yeah.
And they need some scoring from some other players to really take control of this game. First foul shot by Watson is no good, bounces off the front of the rim, so he'll get an attempt at a second shot.
Yeah, I know Jamie Lewis is 2 for 4 right now with 4 points. Or, yeah, 2 for 4 right now with 4 points, so he definitely needs to heat up if the Dragons want to try to extend the lead, or take the lead and then extend it.
Second shot by Watson is no good, rebound by Cummins. Jamie Lewis gets the ball from Cummins. He tries to go up, and he's fouled by Watson. So he'll go to the line and shoot 2 shots.
He's definitely been more aggressive this half. First half, he's definitely didn't drive as much as he's now. Didn't take as many shots, obviously. So
I'm sure Coach Manzo pointed that out to him, that he needed to be more aggressive and needed to be take more command of the game with his skills. So it looks like he's starting to try to do that. First foul shot by Jamie of 2 is good. So now that shortens the lead 21-24. Dragons have had the first 3 points of the second half so far. If he makes this foul shot, it'll be the first 4 points, and he does. So the first 4 points of the second half have been scored by the Dragons. Just about 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Dragons are down by 2, 22-24. So Coleman gets the inbounds pass from Fleming. He's guarded by Jamie Lewis. Coleman is guarded by Hunter Seitz. Not a full court press, just a man press as they inbound the ball. Coleman with a stop and shot. It's no good. Bounces off the front of the rim. Cummins tries to get the rebound, can't quite get the handle. Fleming goes up. He's guarded by Talbot. Talbot chooses not to foul, and Fleming gets an easy layup. 26-22, Davison. Cummins bringing the ball up court for the Dragons. Gives it to Hunter Seitz. Seitz to Lewis. Lewis is guarded by Sullivan. Gets it to Staranik. Staranik with the 12-foot jumper off the back of the rim, no good. Ball's tipped around. Cummins ends up with the rebound. He gets it over to Seitz. Seitz for 3. Boom! 3-point shot by Hunter Seitz. That puts the Dragons within 1, 25-26. Just about 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. So Goyette brings the ball down for Davison. He gets the ball to Coleman. Coleman's guarded by Hunter Seitz. Gets it to Watson. Watson's guarded by Jack Cummins. They get it to Goyette. Goyette gets it underneath to Fleming. Fleming, inside move on Staranik, has a clear shot but doesn't hit anything. So the Dragons get the rebound.
Seitz
Seitz thinking about taking another 3-point shot, decides against it. Lewis with the ball. Lewis with another 12-foot jumper, and he's fouled as he goes up. So Jamie Lewis, being more aggressive, is creating opportunities for himself. Some in the as a field goal, some at the free throw line. Third team foul on Davison. And the foul is on number 15, Brendan Sullivan. Jamie Lewis missed that foul shot. So the Dragons are still down by 1, 25-26 with this foul shot. If Jamie Lewis makes it, he can tie the game for Lake Orion. And that goes in and out of the rim, goes out of bounds, and they say it's still Lake Orion ball.
Jamie Lewis says my fault knowing that he missed 2 free throws. So it's a good job by him holding himself accountable. That's definitely something you want to see from your senior leader.
Yep, uncharacteristic of him to miss 2 foul shots in a row like that. Staranik with the inbounds pass, gives it to Seitz. Seitz thinks about a 3, changes his mind. Cummins with the ball, tries to make a spin move, loses the handle on the ball. And Davison with the rebound. Here comes Watson into the easy layup, extending the lead now to 3, 28-25 Davison.
Coming shot the spin move and
just lost the handle on it.
Just lost the handle on it. Just didn't work right there.
Jamie Lewis has the ball. He's guarded by Watson. Talbot setting up a screen. Lewis moving to his right, putting up a shot. No good. Tries to get his own rebound.
Oh, yeah, I thought he had it. Good defense
Fleming
by Talbot.
ends up
Good
with
defense.
it for Davison. Talbot trying to stay in his way. Uncontested shot by Coleman.
That foul was on number 5, Garrett Goyette. Pretty much bear hugged Sharonic and threw him down to the ground. Sharonic definitely did not appreciate that. He definitely wanted to kind of toss him up a little bit, but luckily the Dragons held his own teammate back and didn't let anything happen.
Good play by Casey. So that foul was on Goyette. Substitutions that are in the game now. So Jacob Rydquist is in the game for the Dragons. He tries to make a pass to Jamie Lewis, and that pass was intercepted, but Dragons end up with it. Rydquist will come down the court and try it again. He's guarded by Watson. Gets it to Talbot. Talbot gets it outside to Rydquist. Rydquist fakes a 3, instead tries to go baseline, finds nothing there, passes it to Jamie Lewis. Jamie Lewis tries to get it, and they call over and back. So that'll be a turnover on the Dragons. 4:15 to go. Dragons down by 3, 25-28.
Definitely a tough situation when the ball goes over like that, 'cause you're not sure if you should get it and get the turnover and just let it go. But
I think the right answer is always to go for the ball and
let the refs play.
Let the refs make the decision about whether it's over and back or not. So Coleman trying to back into the basket, instead kicks it out to Watson. Watson takes a shot, bounces off the front of the rim, no good. Dragons with the rebound. Here comes Rydquist. He comes in, settles down, passes it off to Seitz. Seitz gets it to Talbot. Talbot moves in towards the basket.
Spin move.
Left-handed hook by Talbot, and he's fouled as he tries to go for the shot. His left-handed hook shot was going to be short.
Yeah, it was going to be short.
But he got fouled in the process. So second foul on Khalees Watson. So Talbot will go to the line and shoot 2.
Definitely going to see that spin move developing, though, for Talbot.
It is developing for him. He's developing a little repertoire of moves underneath the basket, and he needs those in order to be effective. First shot by Talbot is good. I think Nate may have hit all of his foul shots tonight.
Yeah, so far, knock on wood. But if he can get that left hand down, though, that spin move will be definitely deadly for.
Because he's not naturally left-handed, that will be an unexpected. Oh, first foul! I just
we jinxed it.
him.
Yep. Typical Mountain move right there.
Right. But if he can develop those additional moves, that left-handed spin move, that'll be critical for him because that's not what folks are expecting from him because he's not naturally left-handed. So aggressive play there by Rydquist trying to intercept the pass. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll still be Davis's ball. Drew Van Heck comes in the game for Talbot. Cal Loken is waiting to go into the game. He gets buzzed in. He's in for Hunter Seitz.
Cal Loken still wearing the Kyrie Irving face mask right now.
Yeah. Got to protect that nose at all costs.
Yep.
So Coleman with the inbounds pass. He's guarded by Loken. He drives to his left.
Gets
the ball to Watson. Watson tries to go baseline. Guarded by Storani.
Good defense, Casey.
Going back and forth. Goes underneath the basket. And I think they're still going to call Casey for a foul. Yep, called push foul on Casey Storani.
That's his third. He's got to be careful.
That's his third. So Casey is now considered to be in foul trouble with 3 fouls.
So far, no one checking in right now, so we'll see what happens.
Watson with the inbounds pass, gets it over to Coleman. Coleman guarded by Loken. Gets the ball out to Watson in the corner. He's guarded by Storani. Gets it over to Fleming. Fleming guarded by Drew Van Heck. Fleming tries to go baseline. Pull back jumper off the front of the rim, side of the rim, no good. And instead of calling a jump ball, looks like they call a foul, I believe, on Van Heck.
That is, I think that'll be his second.
Yep, that's a foul on Drew Van Heck. That's his second foul.
Non-foul trouble yet, but he's definitely close. Definitely got to be careful.
Got to watch. Coleman inbounds the ball. Hoosier with the pass. Hoosier guarded by Lewis. Gets it out to Coleman. Coleman guarded by Loken. Tries to go baseline. Tries to put up a shot. Loses the handle. Storani with the rebound.
It's a bad pass right there from Davison.
He gets it to Rydquist. Rydquist gets it over to Lewis. Let's see how aggressive Jamie's going to be. Looking to penetrate the lane. He goes into the lane. Loses the handle. Hoosier just strips it without even much of an effort. passes the ball
That's
down
on Drew
court.
Van Heck.
Watson tries to go up for a shot. Looks like he's fouled again by Drew Van Heck.
So now Van Heck
So
and
that's
Strine
going to
both
be
have
Drew's
3.
third foul.
Like Orion's Van Heck is called for his third.
So now Strine and Van Heck both have 3.
Here comes the
And
substitution.
now force
Pierce
substitution.
Tyrese Watson at the line.
Tyrese Watson's going to shoot 2. His first foul shot rolls around the rim. It's no good. Pierceburg substituting in for Casey Serrano. And Bryce Lott for Davis is checking in for Antoine Hoosier. Second shot by Watson is good. Another substitution. Nate Talbot is back in. He's going to come in for Drew Van Heck. So the score now is 29-26. Dragons are still down by 3. 2:31 to go in the third quarter. Lewis with the inbounds pass from Talbot. Jamie trying to get something going. Pierceburg tries to pass it to Talbot. Passes it a little too high. Talbot couldn't handle it. And that's a turnover, and Davison with the rebound. Coleman guarded by Loken. Gets it out to Watson. Watson into Lott. Lott's shot is
Good
no
rebound
good.
by Jake Reichquist.
Rebound by Reichquist. Reichquist over the top to Pierceburg. Too far into the basket. He couldn't put it up. A straight out rejection by Coleman. Watson with the shot coming back down the court. Bounces off the rim. Too hard, no good. Rebound by Kyle
Pushing,
Loken.
you got numbers.
Good hustle by Loken. Jamie Watson inside to Talbot. Talbot can't handle the ball. And it goes out of bounds.
Oh, and they had an easy bucket right there.
Timeout called by Lake Orion. It'll be a full timeout.
That's a tough break right there.
That is a tough break.
He had a wide
because
open shot.
Talbot, all he had to do was hold on to the ball, and he would have been able to put an easy 2 points in. He just couldn't get his hands on it the way that he needed to, so he ended up fumbling it out of bounds, and that results in a turnover. So right now with 1:39 to go in the third quarter, Dragons are down by 3. They're within range.
Yeah.
The game's not getting out of hand, but
They should get over that hump.
they're not able to execute their play on offense the way that I think that they really want to be more aggressive, to try to get more people involved in the scoring other than just Nate Talbot. So, you know, Nate's got almost half of the points, and I'm not sure that anybody else has close to what he has. So we're trying to figure out how to get Jamie Lewis involved in more scoring, because he really is the spark on offense that the offense needs to take control of the game.
Yeah, really the key against Avondale was that they were able to capitalize on those missed free throws. And Davison, I think they're around like 7 for 17 on their free throws right now, but the Dragons, they just haven't been able to do anything on offense to capitalize on those missed free throws. And I know they're playing good defense, but they need to kind of produce on that with offense on the other end.
So 1:39 to go as we come out of the timeout. Dragons are down by 3, 26-29. And we'll see what Coach Manzo has dialed up for the Dragons, especially on offense, to try to light a spark here and put some more points on the board. Davison will inbound the pass after Nate Talbot's fumble out of bounds. And a blocking foul on Kyle Loken. Loken tried to establish position on Rowland after he got the inbounds pass, and instead the referees call a blocking foul on Loken. So Davison inbounds a pass. Fleming takes that, decides to bring it down the court. Talbot trying to stay with him. Lott gets it out to Watson. Watson over to his brother, other Watson, and an easy 2-point layup. So they extend their lead now to 5, 31-26. 1:21 to go in the third quarter. Lewis waving Pierceburg down to the corner. Reichquist at the top of the key. Gets it into Talbot. Talbot moving to his left. Puts up a shot blocked by Fleming. Puts up a second shot off the rim too hard. Third time's the charm.
Talbot.
Talbot stays in the mix, stays hustling, and makes the shot. He gets the points. 28-31 Dragons. They're back down by 3.
Stayed with it. Good job by him.
He did stay with it. So less than a minute to go. 54 seconds in the third quarter for the Dragons. May have to keep feeding Nate Talbot. He seems to be the only one that has any offensive spark tonight. Rowland Passes off the shot to Lott. Lott shot off the rim, no good. Pierce Burke with the rebound. 36 seconds to go. Reitquist coming down, giving it to Jamie Lewis. Lewis guarded by Watson, gets it to Reitquist. Now Pierce Burke at the top of the key. Rolling to his left. Watson with the long-range three. Oh, in and out of the rim. Jamie Lewis almost had the shot.
Would have been a tie of the game right there.
He was on target. It just rolled out a little too hard. Watson with the shot, no good. Rebound by Loken. Loken Reich was less than 10 seconds ago. 7 seconds ago by Reitquist. 4 seconds ago, Jamie Lewis. Oh, a steal by Rowland, but he's called for the foul, for the reach-in foul.
From my view, that actually kind of looked clean right there. But
I thought it was a clean steal, but they called a foul.
We'll take the foul.
Staranek looks like he's about to check in.
Right now, he's got to get up a quick shot with 2.3 to go.
And he does. Pierce Burke is out. Dragons are down by 3. 2.3 seconds to go in the third quarter. Cam Baker is in, and Coleman are in for Davison. Hunter Seitz was trying to get in, or he is in, and he's going to handle the inbounds pass. Gets it to Staranek. Staranek.
Get a shot.
Talbot puts up a turnaround jumper, but it was too late. That's the end of the third quarter. So after 3, the Dragons are still in the hunt. They're down by 3 points, 28-31. You're watching Lake Orion High School Varsity Boys Basketball on ON TV. We'll be back for the start of the fourth quarter right after this.
Today? No thanks. I'm just looking. Oh, this is cute. So?
You wouldn't do it there. So, don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Like they're the fashion police.
For the start of the fourth quarter of tonight's game of the Lake Orion Dragons versus the Davison Cardinals. As we begin to start the fourth quarter, Dragons are down by 3, 28-31. Their offense, which was so explosive in the past couple of games, has been anemic tonight. Just haven't been able to get the spark that they needed to put some points on the board. Nate Talbot is the leading scorer for the Dragons, and Jamie Lewis Jr. just has not been able to get his game going tonight. That long-range shot by Hunter Seitz was no good. Easy rebound by Watson from Davison, and he goes coast to coast and puts in an easy layup. 33-28 now. Davison is up over Lake Orion. Jamie Lewis going back and forth, guarded by Watson, not able to shake him. Pulls back. Tries again, gets the ball to Seitz out in the corner. Seitz gets it to Van Heck. Van Heck to Drew Crane. Inside to Talbot. Talbot trying to turn baseline. He traveled. Thought he did. So Talbot was trying to turn baseline and put some points on the board, and the referee called a travel. Coach Manzo's looking for clarification on exactly where the travel occurred.
Yeah, even though he couldn't really get towards the basket, I didn't really see his pivot foot shuffle, so I was definitely kind of surprised in that call.
So Coach Manzo gets his explanation. I'm sure he's not sure he's going to be happy with it, but he gets an explanation, and we continue play. So Rowland brings the ball down for Lake Orion, and he runs into Crane, and they call a blocking foul on Drew Crane. That might be his third. Oh, no, it's his first. I would have swore he had other fouls. So they say it's his first. 16 foul for the Dragons, so Davison will inbounds. Fleming inbounds a pass. Rowland has the ball. He's guarded by Crane. Back and forth, back and forth. Crane stays right with him, not able to shake him. Watson has the ball. He gets it to Fleming. Fleming turnaround jumper over Talbot is no good. Rolls around the rim and then rolls out. Lake Orion with the rebound, and Jamie Lewis will bring the ball up court for the Dragons. He gets it to Crane. Crane gives it back to Lewis. Talbot looks to set a screen and does. Lewis rolls to his right, takes a jumper. Nice job. 12-foot jumper by Jamie Lewis is good. That 12-foot area is about his sweet spot here. Might have to hit some more of those. Dragons are down by 3, 30-33. Fleming on the give and go, coming under the basket, finding nothing, passing it back out to Rowland at the top of the key. Rowland guarded by Crane, bumps him up, gets the shot and the foul. That's an and one for Rowland. Crane was as physical as he could be to try to keep him from pounding into the lane, and still ends up getting called for the foul. That's 2 quick fouls on Drew Crane. Rowland doesn't look to be that big physically, but he was physical enough to bump Crane back down the lane as he was coming. And his foul shot is nothing but net, so he converted that 3-point play, extending the lead to 6 points, 36-30 Davison, 6:15 to go in the game. Jamie Lewis guarded by Watson. Rolls around the screen, set by Talbot.
He's heating up now.
That is the shot for Jamie Lewis tonight, is a pick and roll. Talbot setting good picks, and Jamie Lewis is taking advantage of them. Davison bringing the ball back down the court. They had it along the baseline. They pass it back out to the top now.
Watch the back door.
Rowland picked off from behind. Drew Crane ended up with it, passing it to, Drew Van Heck. Giving it to Drew Crane. Jamie Lewis getting the ball to Hunter Seitz. Hunter Seitz for 3 points. That's air. Drew Van Heck trying to save it, and he does not manage to do it. Ball ends up out of bounds. It ends up being Davison ball. Brendan Sullivan is in for Davison. He's in for number 2, Khalees Watson. So 32-36. Dragons are down by 4. 5:32 to go in the game. Jamie Lewis seems to have found his sweet spot on a pick and roll, 12-foot jumper. Rolling right down the lane.
Baseball slap from Drew Crane right there.
And misses the shot. Dragons with the rebound. Here comes Jamie Lewis. Moving back in front of the lane.
Almost got the end one.
Takes a nice jumper from the foul line in the lane. He's fouled in the process, so he'll just stay right where he is and shoot 2 free throws.
Davison's Austin Rowland is whistled for his second foul. Teams 7.
Austin Rowland called for the foul. So Jamie Lewis will shoot 2. So first shot by Lewis. First shot is good. That makes the score 33-36. Second shot by Lewis is good. Good foul shooting by Jamie Lewis, with the exception of those 2 that he missed. Kyle Loken is in for Hunter Seitz. 5:14 to go. Dragons are down by 2, 34-36. So the Dragons are 1 shot away from either tying or taking the lead. Sullivan doing a nice job of navigating the defense.
Blocked by Talbot.
Inside shot by Watson was no good, but he goes up for a second try. It looked like he was fouled going up.
Nate Talbot blocked it and then just falling right back down.
24, Drew Van Heck called for the foul. That's Drew's 4th.
Drew's got to be careful.
So Watson's going to go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. He's been hit or miss on free throws tonight, but he hits on that one. Second shot by Watson. Up, bounces off the rim, no good. He gets his own rebound. Ball goes out of bounds.
Lake Orion
ball.
And
they say it's Lake Orion ball. Took the ref a couple seconds to make that decision.
Kind of looked down like.
Yeah, he was trying, which way is this going to go?
Yeah.
So thankfully it went Lake Orion's way. So Crane inbounds the ball to Lewis. Just under 5 minutes to go in the game. Dragons are down by 3 again. Talbot gets the ball on a pass from Crane. Dribbles in the lane. Spin move towards the baseline. And he stopped by Fleming. Gets it right back rebound. Nice job by Nate Talbot staying with the shot, following up and finishing. So the Dragons are now down by 2. Down by 1. Ball goes out of bounds.
No, they may have
Looked like it'd still be, was that a foul?
No, he got a foul. Called on Nate Talbot.
Talbot.
That's his second.
It's only 2 for Nate, so he's doing good.
That was another questionable call right there from the ref. It looked like it was more out of bounds than it was a foul.
Well, I'll tell you, if Talbot ends up going out of the game or fouling out of the game, that's going to be a problem for the Dragons. He has been the scoring machine tonight. First foul shot by Watson is good, so the Dragons went from being down by 1 to now down by 2. 4:35 to go in the game. Second shot by Watson is good. Substitution, Hunter Seitz coming in for the Dragons. He's in for Drew Van Heck. Crane back and forth to Lewis. Lewis back to Crane. Lewis was going to drive the lane. Got stopped, tried to pass it to Hunter Seitz and couldn't get it to where he was, and so ends up going out of bounds. So that's a turnover by the Dragons.
Definitely not what you needed right there.
Yeah, an unfortunate turnover as they're battling back, trying to get back into this game. They're only down by 3, but they've been down by 3.
Kyle Loken, what a play.
Loken laying out for the ball. Knocks it out of bounds. Still Davison ball, but Kyle Loken with the hustle play. Fleming will inbound it for the Cardinals. He gets it into Sullivan. Sullivan blows past Drew Crane. Coming down the lane.
Good job by Drew Crane.
Tapped it from behind. Good hustle by Crane. Gets it to Loken. Ooh, Loken almost walked. He gets it to Talbot. Talbot with the shot. No good. Blocking foul, so looks like Talbot's going to go to the line. Brendan Sullivan. Ooh, Sullivan fouls out of the game for Davison.
Tough loss for Davison right there.
And so Khalees Watson is going to come in for him. They lose a little bit of height when Sullivan is out and Watson is in, so that could be advantageous for the Dragons. Nate Talbot with his first foul shot.
It's good.
And it's good.
Been pretty good. They only missed 1 so far tonight.
Nate has been a scoring machine tonight.
Yeah, he definitely has the most points on the team right now, so it's definitely good to see him heating up in this game. Drew Van Heck looking to check back in.
Second shot by Talbot is good. Nice job. Drew Van Heck is coming in. He's coming in for Talbot.
Jake Reichwitz in for Hunter Seitz now.
And Reichwitz is in. I think Coach Manzo is going to save Talbot for the latter parts of the game, probably keep him out about 2 minutes or so, and then let him hustle in for the last 2 minutes of the game. Dragons put a press in on the inbounds pass.
Good job
nice steal by Jamie Lewis. Quick hands and feet. Manages to get the ball before they could get to the basket. Not sure what Drew Crane saw when he made that pass.
Right, I think he was expecting Jake Reichwitz to cut back door.
Yep.
And Jake Reichwitz didn't do it, and then that's what happened.
And it just went right out of bounds, just sailed out of bounds. So the Dragons are down by 1, 38-39, 3:58 to go in the game.
Watch back door again.
Coleman with the shot.
Good job by Loken to tip that ball.
Loken with the hustle play again tonight. Jamie Lewis stops, pops, and drops. Jamie Lewis with the three-point shot. Dragons are back on top, 41-39.
Full timeout from Coach Manzo.
3:47 to go. Lake Orion calls timeout. They've retaken the lead by 2. 41-39, 3:47 to go in the game. Jamie Lewis heating up from the three-point line.
And that's exactly what we were saying earlier, is that he needed to heat up. He needed to take control, and that's exactly what he's doing.
And Jamie Lewis is beginning to heat up a little bit. He's starting to find his rhythm. He's coming from the right side, and that's where he really likes to hit tonight, at least. He's hitting from the right side. We may have a replay that shows exactly what he's doing. But Coach Manzo calls a timeout to set the strategy. So Coach Manzo calls a timeout with 3:47 to go in the game, setting what probably is going to be the final stretch strategy for the team going forward, and really trying to take advantage of getting some more people involved in the scoring. Nate Talbot has been the scoring machine.
He has been the man tonight.
And Jamie Lewis is starting to heat up. He's hit a couple threes tonight, hit some foul shots. He's slowly creeping up. He's in double digits scoring-wise, but it's been a quiet night for Jamie.
It's been a quiet night. First half, first 3 quarters, he was pretty quiet for the most part. Now his foot court, he's really been heating up.
Yeah.
So it's definitely good to see that. It's definitely good to see Nate Talbot really progressing as a player in his first year on varsity. So it's definitely good to see him kind of really getting the hang of things.
He is, yeah, he's been the leader tonight, scoring-wise especially. So Fleming looking to inbound the ball, getting to be at that 5-second mark.
Ooh, Kyle Loken made a chance to grab that feed.
Loken backs off the defense a little bit and picks up a foul.
They're going to call a block foul on
Blocking
Loken.
foul.
That easily could have been a push-off on Davison right there.
Yeah, I didn't even
his arm
think that Kyle
extended.
Loken was that close enough to be in a blocking position.
Yeah, and I saw the arm extend. I thought he called the offensive foul right there, but
Right.
ended up being against Kyle Loken. Tough break right there.
So it's only the second foul for Loken. So Tyrese Watson will shoot 2 shots. He can tie the game for Davison if he makes both. He's been a pretty good foul shooter most of tonight. He hits the first one with ease.
Very odd free throw. His ball does not really get much spin as it goes off his hand, but it ends up going in. So
Talbot is back in the game. He may be in for a final stretch unless he gets into foul trouble. Drew Van Heck comes out, and Watson's looking to shoot his second foul shot. Second shot by Watson, rolls around, and it goes in.
Roll. Tie game.
So it is a tie game at 41. So Jamie Lewis brings the ball down the court for the Dragons, 3:40 to go. Lewis rolls to his right. No pick this time, gets it to Talbot. Talbot turns towards the baseline, kicks it out to Loken. Loken's shot is tipped. Talbot with the ball, jump ball. It's going to be Davison ball, though.
Good effort by Talbot.
He kicked it out to Kyle Loken, and Kyle had an open shot.
Got tipped up.
But it got tipped before he could get it out of his hands, and it ended up resulting in a turnover because of the possession arrow. So Watson has the ball for Davison. He's pushing the ball up court, guarded by Jamie Lewis. Gets it over to Roland. Roland's shot is no good. Rebound underneath by Watson. Watson puts up a shot. He's fouled. Going to be a 2-shot foul for Watson. Nate Talbot picking up his third. So now we're getting a little nervous because he's getting close to being in foul trouble with 3 fouls. 3:17 to go. Game's tied at 41. Watson, who's been an excellent free throw shooter tonight, is up for 2. And his first one bounces off the rim, no good.
That's what we need, but
that announcer mojo working in the opposite direction now. So Watson's going to come up, try to shoot his second foul shot. He missed the first one just a second ago. And he missed the second one.
So
easy rebound by Rydquist. And Jamie Lewis will bring the ball up court for the Dragons. He cuts to his left, finds nothing there. Get long range to Rydquist. Whoa! Jake Rydquist with the 3-point play. Puts the Dragons up by 3. 3 minutes to go in the game. Rydquist out of nowhere hits a long range shot. Nice kick out. Good hustle from behind by Drew Crane to knock the ball out, but it knocked it too hard, goes out of bounds. Hunter Seitz comes in for Crane. Good hustle by Drew Crane. We're going to show you the replay of that 3-point shot here. You see the kick out to Rydquist. Boom, and he hits it just like that. And that puts the Dragons up by 3, 44-41. So as Davison inbounds the ball, Watson drives towards the lane, puts up a shot. He's fouled. Shot's no good.
Rydquist.
Rydquist is called for the foul. So Watson is going to go to the line. And his first shot is good. And Watson's second shot is off the rim. No good. Rebound by Loken. So Dragons are still up by 2, 44-42.
And here comes a full court press.
2:44 to go. Dragons have not performed well against a full court press, but good passing to get through it. Lewis ends up with the ball, tries to go in the lane, puts up a shot. Shot's no good, but he's going to get 2. He's going to get 2 foul shots.
That was on 0.
It's rolling. Lewis is limping around like he may have hurt his ankle on that play.
He's kind of hopping on it, though. I think he's okay. Probably just rolled up a little bit.
Bumped ankles
or
something.
Something like that. Bumped knee, maybe.
Missed the shot. Jamie Lewis missed the shot on the 1-and-1.
Seitz,
Seitz with the rebound. Tried to go up. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll still be Dragon ball. Seitz went up and was soundly rejected by Fleming. Drew Crane and Drew Van Heck are both in the game. Kyle Loki comes out, and Jake Reitquist comes out. And Crane will inbound the ball for the Dragons. Got to do it, got to do it, got to do it. He ends up calling a timeout to not lose the possession.
Smart choice by Drew Crane to call that timeout right there.
Coach Manzo, I think, was looking for more movement from the players to try to find an open spot. So during this timeout, we'll show you some Jamie Lewis Jr. highlights because he's got a few now. And you see that three-point shot there by Jamie on that one. And then another one from long range, blacked out just like that. And then this is the one that really set it on fire. Boom. That put the Dragons back on top with that three-point play. So Jamie is starting to find his rhythm, mostly from the right side.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
just like that. So it's going to be great. If he can find his rhythm these last 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the game, it's really going to help the Dragons. With Nate Talbot having 3 fouls and at risk of being in deeper foul trouble, and he's been the scoring machine tonight, we need somebody else to pick up the scoring slack. So back to live action here. Drew Van Heck takes the inbounds pass, gets it to Hunter Seitz. Seitz gets it out to Lewis. Lewis is guarded by Rowland. Tight, tight. Pick and roll by Talbot. Boom. Jamie Lewis with the three-point shot off the pick and roll by Nate Talbot. 47-42 Dragons. Here comes Davison. They've not been able to stop that pick and roll. Once Jamie found his spot on the right side off the pick and roll, they've not been able to stop it. Rowland was driving to the basket. He was fouled from behind by Drew Crane. I thought Crane had just picked him off.
Got a reaching foul.
Yep. That's third foul on Drew Crane, but good hustle play, though.
He's been hustling all over the floor tonight.
Austin Rowland's at the line. He's going to get 2 shots. First shot by Rowland is good. Nothing but net. Substitution, Jake Rodquist is in for Drew Crane. Second shot by Rowland.
No good.
Off the rim, no good. Rebound by Drew Van Heck, looking to get some help. Jamie Lewis gets the pass from Drew Van Heck, pushing the ball up court. Rowland trying to guard it. He gets it across the half-court line. Hunter Seitz gets it out to Drew Van Heck, trying to get it in to Talbot.
Good back
Talbot,
cut from Seitz.
Nice and
the
goes.
reverse
Hunter Seitz. Hunter Seitz from the left side on a give and go by Nate Talbot. Now the Dragons are up by 6, 49-43.
Oh,
Coach Manzo's arguing for a travel as opposed to a foul. That's a foul on
and
Hunter.
they teed him up.
Oh, and they teed up Coach Manzo. Coach Manzo is expressing his displeasure at the bad call by the referees. We were looking for a traveling call. Instead, they called a foul on Hunter Seitz.
And Seitz did not like that at all. That's probably the most anime I've seen of Seitz all of his basketball career right there. He did not like that call at all. Davison, he really just slipped. Seitz did not touch him at all, and Seitz did not like that. That is definitely the most animated. That's the most frustrating I've seen Hunter.
So Rowland will shoot the technical free throw. Dragons are up by 6. And his technical free throw is good. And now he will shoot his regular free throws. Rowland, the left-hander, misses the foul shot. It was a 1-and-1. So he missed the first half of the 1-and-1. Reitquist is out. Drew Crane is back in.
21, Coleman will shoot 2.
So Coleman now gets an opportunity to shoot 2. His first shot is no good. One shot left for Coleman. 1:36 to go in the game. Dragons are up by 5. Coleman's shot Bounced off the rim, no good.
Missed opportunity for Davison.
That was 4 points that Davison could have had that
would have
put them within 2, and now they only made 1 of the 4, so they're down by 5 points, 1:36 to go. Drew Crane, excellent defender against Rowland, very aggressive, not afraid to take contact. Rowland driving to the basket. Wow, they called a foul on Drew Crane?
Wow. The refs would not let these guys play at all tonight.
They are calling
every
some
little
really
breath they're
tight
calling it.
foul. I did not even see Crane get close enough to be able to touch him, because Rowland was ahead of him going to the lane, going to the basket. First shot by Rowland, no good.
More missed opportunities, story of the night.
Making the foul shots when you need to make them is critical to closing out a game. Second shot by Rowland. Left-hander puts it up, and it's good this time. So now the Davison, they're within 4, 49-45, 1:29 to go. 2 Davison players on the floor. Jamie Lewis pushes the ball up the court. He's fouled by number 2, Tyrese Watson, or Khalees Watson. So Jamie Lewis would go to the line for 2 shots.
That's his third. Team foul number 10. Double bonus wrecked away for both teams.
Double bonus for both teams, which means
So
both
that'll
of them
be
get 2
two
free throws, no
two
matter
shots
what.
for free throws.
No matter what.
No matter what.
No matter what type of foul it is, they will get 2.
Jamie Lewis with the first free throw.
That's it.
Good. Second shot by Lewis, rolls around the rim, and it's good. 51-45, Dragons are up by 6, 1:25 to go. Don't foul, don't foul. Oh, to strip the ball. Watson had the ball.
Wow.
They had stripped Watson of the ball. He got it back, put up a second shot opportunity, and was fouled going up. Almost had the shot in the end one. But instead, he's just going to get 2 shots.
The thing I don't agree with on that call is that
Drew Van Heck has just fouled out of the game.
The thing that I don't agree with on that call is that the ref on the far baseline or the far sideline, he's the one that called it. It wasn't the one that was closest to the play.
Right.
And I don't know how you can call that when you're not the closest one to the play. I really just don't like that.
He may have just had the angle that the other referee didn't have. Kyle Loken is in.
He replaces Van Heck.
So Watson, Khalees Watson, is going to take 2 shots. No good on the first shot. Khalees Watson has not had a good night at the free throw line. His brother, however,
is doing good.
Tyrese Watson, has had an excellent night at the foul line. Second shot by Watson, no good. Rebound by Hunter Seitz. Hunter looking for some help, gets it to Jamie Lewis. Lewis crosses the half-court line, guarded closely by Watson. Lewis driving into the lane, puts up a shot, but it doesn't go anywhere.
Wow.
He stepped on the line. Turnover goes to Davison. I can't believe that Jamie Lewis wasn't fouled going into the lane.
I think he got lost a hit on going towards the hoop, but I don't agree with that call saying he was out of bounds. I thought he was in the air when he swatted the ball out of bounds. This whole night has just not been a good reffing call for really both teams, really, not just Lake Orion. And somehow
Rowland loses the handle on the ball as he goes into the lane. Jamie Lewis, and they foul Jamie Lewis. That's probably the wrong guy to foul because he's been really good about making his free throws. So Jamie Lewis will go to the line and shoot 2. We're exactly 1 minute to go in the game. Dragons are up by 6.
Critical free throws right here.
Very critical free throws.
Makes 1, will make it a 7-point game, which means it will be at least a 2-possession game, maybe a 3.
With 1 minute to go. First shot by Jamie Lewis.
Good.
Good.
Making this one will make it a 3-possession game officially. This will be critical right here, especially with the closing minutes.
Second shot by Lewis,
Good.
nothing but net. So that makes it a 7-point game.
Don't foul,
Actually,
don't foul.
An 8-point game. Less than a minute to go. Coleman with the long-range shot, no good. Rolling with the rebound tip in.
As Lake Orion, you really take that. You'll really take that bucket right there. It wasn't a three. They didn't foul.
Back down to a 6-point game for the Dragons. 52 to go. 52 seconds to go in the game. So Davison calls a quick timeout after that score to plot their strategy going forward. And Coach Manzo is plotting the strategy for the Dragons on how they're going to try to close out this game and be on top when they do it.
You know that Davison's probably going to be pressing on the inbound. So you really don't want to tense up. You just want to relax and just go about how you usually do, and really just try to find that open lane. And their main thing is trying to get the ball up court. They spend too much time in the backcourt fooling around, and they have gotten close to an 8-second violation. So they need to do a good job getting up the court and getting into Jamie Lewis's hands, who's their best free throw shooter.
Absolutely. So we'll see if the Dragons look to play aggressive defense here and try to deny Davison from getting an easy shot. Just make them, if you keep them out on the perimeter and make them work for the shot, you're burning time off the clock. And the key thing is to not foul in an inappropriate
It's really going to be hard,
situation.
especially with how tight the refs are calling this. It's definitely going to be hard to not foul.
Right.
But it's really, honestly, it's really either you foul or you let them get a shot. That's really what it comes down to, especially with how the refs are calling this game. So it's really going to be tough. But I'm sure the Dragons are going to do a good job of executing that.
We'll see if Lake Orion Lake Orion's going to get the ball. So,
52.2 seconds. So
the Dragons will get the ball on the inbounds pass. Drew Crane. Overthrows Nate Talbot. Goes out of bounds. And that's going to be Davison ball.
That was definitely not the right guy you want to get it to right there. In this situation, Nate Talbot has been doing good tonight, but I would much rather have it in Jamie Lewis's hands.
Absolutely. I think they were just trying to get it to Nate because he's the tallest guy out there, and then he could quickly pass it off to somebody. So Davison will get the inbound the ball at half court.
That's something Nate Talbot does struggle on, though, is trying to grab those fast passes.
Right. So Coleman with the shot, thinks about taking a three, instead backs off. Tries to drive the lane. Long range shot by Watson. In and out, no good. Rolling with the rebound. Rolling tries to put up a shot. Shot's no good, but he's fouled in the process. 35.4 seconds to go. Dragons are up by 6, 53-47.
That's
fourth foul on Hunter Seitz.
Very uncharacteristic night for Hunter Seitz. That's his fourth foul.
Well, they've had to be more physical and aggressive just to get back into this game, so that puts those players like Hunter in potential foul trouble by having to do that. So Rowland's first foul shot is good. Lowers the lead to 5 for the Dragons. Second shot by Rowland is good.
All right. He inbounder.
So Hunter Seitz will inbound the ball. He
Good
gets
job.
it to Jamie Lewis. Lewis is
fouled.
fouled by Hoosier.
That's exactly what you wanted right there. That's a good job.
That's the man you wanted at the foul line. You're probably your most reliable, consistently reliable free throw shooter. Nate Talbot's had a great night at the free throw line tonight, but I don't know that Nate is your consistent reliable free throw shooter just yet. If he continues like he did tonight,
then maybe.
Yeah. But Jamie Lewis is your consistent, reliable free throw shooter. So Jamie's first shot is up, and it's good. Substitution for Davison. Khalees Watson back in the game.
54-49. Can make it a 6-point game right here.
Jamie Lewis taking his second foul shot, and it's good. 32.7 seconds to go. 55-49 Dragons. Here comes Davison. Coleman thinking about a shot, instead passes it off. He's double teamed. Oh, good defense by Drew Crane. Watson passes it out to his brother on the wing. Whoa! He's fouled. Looks like it's going to be a 3-shot foul.
Wow.
19.4 seconds to go.
You you will be
Usually
shooting
you
three.
don't want to foul in that situation. I'm sure it wasn't intentional.
No, I think he was trying to block the shot right there.
I
And
do
he just
wonder
clipped it
how
in the
much acting there was, because he shot and then he kind of stumbled down.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder if there's a little
Flopping going on.
enhancement
Yeah.
in his shooting motion. But Watson will get 3 shot attempts. This is Tyrese Watson. He's been good at the free throw line tonight, and he makes the first one. So as he goes to shoot the second,
Missed it.
misses the second shot, makes the score 55-50. 19.4 seconds to go. Drew Crane is coming out. Jamie Lewis is in. Third shot attempt for Tyrese Watson. Is good. So now the lead is down to 4 for the Dragons. 19.4 seconds to go.
Defender slipped.
Oh, Jamie Lewis is fouled as he comes across the court.
Now that may have been a little bit of an acting job right there by Jamie Lewis.
So we're down to 16.
So that will send Lewis to the line, not Talbot.
Drew Fleming is called for the foul. That's his first foul in the whole game. That's amazing.
Very good job by him.
Yeah. So Jamie Lewis is going to shoot 2 more foul shots. He can make the lead 6 points if he makes both of them. 16 seconds to go. Dragons are up 55-51. First shot by Lewis is off the back of the rim. No good.
Khalees Watson returns for the Cardinals.
Khalees Watson is in. Reichers is in the way back court across the half-court line to prevent any long pass. The second shot by Jamie Lewis is good. So he makes the lead 5, 16 seconds to go. Here comes Davison, rolling, pushing the ball down the court. Stops and takes a 3, bounces off the back of the rim, no good. Davison with the rebound. Watson with the 3-point attempt, no good. Rebound. Dragons with the rebound. Jamie Lewis ends up with it, and he's fouled.
Push foul. Number 20.
Fleming picked up 2 quick fouls late in the game. 3.2 seconds to go. Dragons are up by 5. And I believe it's going to be Jamie Lewis that's going to take the 2 foul shots. So if he makes both of these, the lead will be 7 with 3 seconds to go. It's game over, folks. That would be a 3-possession game. I don't know that I've ever seen 3 possessions in 3 seconds in any level of basketball. First shot by Jamie Lewis. Good. Second shot by Lewis. Seals it for the Dragons. 58-51. 3.2 seconds to go. Let him go, man. Let him go. Long range shot. Off the back of the rim. No good. The Dragons start out strong. Fade in the middle. And